Welcome to our channel. In today's episode of Who Died Today, we take a moment to remember and honor notable figures who have passed away recently. We'll provide a brief overview of their lives, careers, and contributions. Join us as we reflect on their legacies and the impact they made. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content.
Graham McNeice. He passed away after a short battle with illness on September 12, 2024, at the age of 76 years old. Sydney entrepreneur John Singleton described his close friend as a special man. "It's a very sad day, we have lost a beautiful soul," Singleton said. Graham McNeice was an icon of Australian sports broadcasting and an acclaimed documentary producer. McNeice made significant contributions to Australian media, particularly in the realm of sports broadcasting. His career included work with major networks and contributions to popular sports programs, where he became a respected voice in the industry. His work helped shape the coverage of sports events and provided audiences with engaging and comprehensive reporting. McNeice, who was known as Shadow to his friends, began his broadcasting career as a 17-year-old alongside legendary Greyhound caller Frank Kennedy at radio station 2KA. After calling races for nearly a decade, McNeice became a consummate presenter on radio and television. In 1977, McNeice joined Channel 10, where he eventually became the network's sports newsreader, working alongside another broadcasting icon, Ray Warren. McNeice spearheaded Channel 10's broadcast of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics. He then joined Sky Channel in 1986 as the executive producer and chief anchor, where he became a prominent figure in racing television for over 20 years. He later expanded his career to include producing documentaries across various topics such as sports, racing, entertainment, and crime. In 2005, he was hired by the newly launched Foxtel Crime Investigation channel to create a documentary series focusing on true Australian crime, titled Crime Investigation Australia. His passing is a sad day for the Sydney and Australian media, who have lost a true legend of sport, racing and broadcasting. Tina McElroy-Ansa. She died on September 10, 2024, at the age of 74. The cause of death has not been determined. She was born November 18, 1949. She was an American novelist, filmmaker, educator, businesswoman, and journalist. Her writings were featured in various publications, including the Los Angeles Times, Newsday, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, Florida Times-Union, Essence, The Crisis, Ms. Magazine, America, and Atlanta Magazine. Ansa's fiction portrays a variety of black women in the recent and modern American South, with a blend of the supernatural and traditional superstition. In March 2007, Ansa launched an independent publishing company, Down South Press, with a focus on African American literature. Her fifth novel, Taking After Muddeer, was the lead title on Down South Press's first list in the fall of 2007. Chad McQueen. Unfortunately, another actor died. He died on September 11, 2024, at the age of 63 years old, according to Arthur Behrens, a close associate of McQueen, reported to The Hollywood Reporter that McQueen passed away due to organ failure at his residence in Palm Springs. McQueen had been struggling with complications from an injury he suffered in a fall back in 2020. He was born December 28, 1960. He was an American actor, producer, martial artist, and race car driver, and the only son of actor Steve McQueen. From a young age, McQueen developed a passion for cars, motorcycles, and racing, interests he inherited from his father. By the age of 9, he started racing dirt bikes and quickly made a mark by winning his class at the World Mini Grand Prix within 3 years. Transitioning to auto racing, he secured his first victory in the Mini Le Mans event, a children's racetrack set up for the 1971 film Le Mans, when he was just 10. During the film's production, McQueen also experienced high-speed racing firsthand, as he often rode on his father's lap in a Porsche 917. At the age of 12, he triumphed again by winning his class at the World Mini Grand Prix. McQueen started his acting career with a notable role as Dutch in The Karate Kid and its sequel, The Karate Kid Part 2. He continued with leading roles in several direct-to-video action films such as Martial Law, Death Ring, and Red Line. In addition to his acting career, he worked as a producer and earned a Telly Award for his documentary Filming at Speed. After stepping away from acting, McQueen made appearances as himself on various television shows related to motorsports, including Hot Rod TV and Celebrity Rides. McQueen's professional racing career began with the Sports Car Club of America. Over the years, he participated in a variety of racing disciplines, ranging from motocross to the Baja 1000. In January 2006, he was seriously injured, suffering a broken lower left leg, 2 fractures to his vertebrae, and multiple rib fractures, in an accident at the Daytona International Speedway while practicing for the 24 Hours of Daytona sports car race. Luca Giurato. Another new video with another new famous deaths. He died of a heart attack on September 11, 2024, while he was in Santa Marinella with his wife, at the age of 84. He was born December 23, 1939. He was an Italian journalist and TV presenter. He contributed to La Stampa and held the position of deputy director at TG1 until 1990. His first television appearance was in 1992 in Full Print, a press review within the TG1 night. In the autumn of 1993 he arrived at Domenica Inn, with Mara Venier. In 1989 and 1995 he received the Sympathy Award and became one of the main presenters of Rai 1 Morning, until 2008. His colleagues were Livia Azzariti, Paola Saluzzi, Antonella Clerici. In 2004 to 2005 he hosted Italy You Go Together with Francesca Cellini and Guido Barlazetti on Saturday afternoons on Rai 1. He also achieved widespread fame for the countless gaffes and slips of the tongue of which he was the protagonist, promptly taken up by Giolappa's band in the program Never Say Goal and by Striscia La Notizia, in a column called I'm Thinking About It, Juror, and in a special episode entitled Luke Sworn's Show. He was married for the second time to Daniela Vergara, also a Rai journalist. Kenneth Cope. Another actor died unfortunately. He died on September 11, 2024, at the age of 93 years old. No cause of death was given. Cope was diagnosed with mesothelioma in 2000, but 6 years later he was told this was a misdiagnosis. He now suffers from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. He was born April 14, 1931. He was an English actor and screenwriter, widely recognized for his roles as Marty Hopkirk in Randall and Hopkirk, Jed Stone in Coronation Street, Ray Hilton in Brookside, Sid and the Damned, and for his involvement with the Carry On series. Cope began his career in character roles in films during the mid-1950s. From 1961 to 1966, he gained notable recognition for his portrayal of the scheming Jed Stone in Coronation Street, a role he revisited in 2008. In May 1963, he released a single with Tony Hatch on the Pie label, inspired by Mike Sarn, titled Hands Off, Stop Mucking About, backed with Why Am I So Shy? The single, credited to Ken Cope and the Breakaways, did not achieve commercial success but led to a regular disc jockey position with Radio Luxembourg. Cope also appeared in the satirical series That Was the Week That Was from 1962. He portrayed Subutai in the 1965 film about Genghis Khan and appeared as Lester Benson in Dateline Diamonds that same year. In 1967, he was featured as Tom Savage in the episode The Bird Who Knew Too Much of The Avengers. In 1971, he appeared as Jack Victor in the Catweasel episode The Woggle Stone. By 1975, he had created and written 3 series of the BBC children's show Striker, which featured the young Kevin Moreton and was inspired by the local youth football team in Islip, Oxfordshire, where his family was residing at the time. His screenwriting credits also include A Sharp Intake of Breath. He appeared in the Doctor Who story Warrior's Gate, in 1981, and guest starred in 2 episodes of Casualty, as well as taking roles in Juliet Bravo, The Bill, Waking the Dead, A Touch of Frost and Kavanaugh QC. In 1995, he appeared with his daughter Martha in an episode of Out of the Blue. Nikolai Spanitz. He passed away in Moscow on September 12, 2024, at the age of 69. Spanitz had been struggling with serious health issues, including a recent diagnosis of cerebral ischemia. He was a vocal critic of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, condemning it as an unprovoked attack on the very day Moscow began its offensive in February 2022. He was born April 2, 1955. He was a Russian television and radio presenter, as well as a member of the Public Chamber of Russia. He graduated from the History Department of Moscow State University in 1977. Since 1991, he has been employed by the All Russia State Television and Radio Company, where he has hosted programs on the Russia TV channel. In 1996, he began authoring and hosting the weekly analytical program Mirror. Both of his grandfathers were executed during Stalin's regime in 1937. In February 1997 he was the chairman of the company, appointed by President Boris Yeltsin. Ibsen Martinez. Unfortunately, he died of a heart attack on the night of Wednesday, September 11, 2024, in the city of Caracas, at the age of 72 years old. Journalist Aquilino José Mata confirmed the death of the columnist and novelist in a message published in X. He was born October 20, 1951. He was a columnist, mathematician, journalist, and playwright from Caracas, Venezuela. Ibsen graduated in pure mathematics from Central University of Venezuela. He was best known for Lady, 1988, and Hardware Store Mouse. Since 1995, he has authored a weekly column for The National. His work has been featured in publications such as The New Herald, The New York Times, Free Letters, and The Country. Martinez has also penned several theatrical plays. Martinez also writes soap operas. One of them was Through These Streets, a television drama, in 1992. However, that career was tarnished at the end of 2023 after he confessed in an interview with the country of Spain that he physically assaulted 3 women when they were his partners. Greg Harden. The university announced Harden's death on Friday and said he died after complications from surgery. Among the star athletes Harden has worked with include Tom Brady, Desmond Howard, and Michael Phelps. He was a life coach, motivational speaker, and executive consultant renowned for his work with 7-time Super Bowl champion quarterback Tom Brady. He also collaborated with Heisman Trophy winner and Super Bowl MVP Desmond Howard, as well as 23-time Olympic gold medalist Michael Phelps. Brady, Howard, and other athletes have credited him with helping them overcome challenges and achieve success in both their professional and personal lives. He developed a distinctive personal development program tailored to sports. In 2014, he was featured in a segment on 60 Minutes. In August 2023, Harden published his first book, Stay Sane in an Insane World: How to Control the Controllables and Thrive. The book debuted at #1 on all of Amazon, and would go on to become a bestseller on the New York Times, USA Today, Wall Street Journal, and Publishers Weekly lists. Harden has worked with some of the greatest athletes and coaches of all time in their respective sports, including Tom Brady, Desmond Howard, Jalen Rose, and Michael Phelps. In the late 1990s, Harden also worked closely with Tom Brady, future NFL Hall of Fame quarterback and 7-time Super Bowl champion, 5-time Super Bowl MVP. Brady mentioned that Harden does not always embrace traditional philosophies on coaching and training, which Brady appreciated. Matt Damon. He is born October 8, 1970. He is a well-known American actor, film producer, and screenwriter. In 2007, he was listed among Forbes' top stars in terms of financial success, and by 2010, he had become one of the highest-grossing actors in film history. His career has earned him several accolades, including an Academy Award and 2 Golden Globes, along with nominations for 3 British Academy Film Awards and 7 Primetime Emmy Awards. Damon made his acting debut in the film Mystic Pizza, 1988, before gaining prominence in 1997 when he and Ben Affleck wrote and starred in Good Will Hunting, which won them the Academy Award and Golden Globe for Best Screenplay. He established himself as a leading man by starring as Tom Ripley in The Talented Mr. Ripley, 1999, Jason Bourne in the Bourne franchise, 2002, and Linus Caldwell in the Ocean's Trilogy, 2001. He received a nomination for an Academy Award and won the Golden Globe Award for Best Actor for playing an astronaut stranded on Mars in The Martian, 2015. He also acted in The Rainmaker, 1997, Rounders, 1998, Saving Private Ryan, 1998, Dogma, 1999, Syriana, 2005, The Departed, 2006, The Informant. 2009, Invictus, 2009, True Grit, 2010, Contagion, 2011, Ford v Ferrari, 2019, Stillwater, 2021, The Last Duel, 2021, Air, 2023, and Oppenheimer, 2023, the last of which is his highest-grossing feature. On television, he took on the role of Scott Thorson in the HBO biopic Behind the Candelabra, 2013, earning a Primetime Emmy Award nomination for his performance. He also received Emmy nominations for his guest appearances on 30 Rock in 2011 and for hosting Saturday Night Live in 2019. His production credits include the reality series Project Greenlight, 2001, and the acclaimed film Manchester by the Sea, 2016. In addition to his acting, he has lent his voice to various animated and documentary projects. Alongside his work with Affleck, he co-founded the production companies Artists Equity and the now-defunct Pearl Street Films. His philanthropic efforts have supported numerous causes, including the One Campaign, H2O Africa Foundation, Feeding America, and Water.org. During the early 1990s, Damon and Affleck wrote Good Will Hunting, 1997, a screenplay about a young mathematics genius, an extension of a screenplay he wrote for an assignment at Harvard, having integrated advice from director Rob Reiner, screenwriter William Goldman, and writer, director Kevin Smith. Damon's attempts at leading characters in romantic dramas such as 2000's All the Pretty Horses and The Legend of Bagger Vance were commercially and critically unsuccessful. Variety said of his work in All the Pretty Horses, Damon just doesn't quite seem like a young man who spent his life amidst the dust and dung of a Texas cattle ranch. Nor does he strike any sparks with Penelope Cruz. He was similarly deemed uncomfortable being the center of Robert Redford's The Legend of Bagger Vance by Peter Rayner of New York Magazine. Damon began 2002 with writing and starring in Jerry, a drama about two friends who forget to bring water and food when they go hiking in a desert. The reviews for the film were generally positive, but it was a box office failure. He then played amnesiac assassin Jason Bourne in Doug Liman's action thriller The Bourne Identity, 2002. Liman considered several actors for the role before he cast Damon. Damon insisted on performing many of the stunts himself, undergoing 3 months of extensive training in stunt work, the use of weapons, boxing, and eskrima. Damon said that before The Bourne Identity he was jobless for 6 months, and many of his films during that period underperformed at the box office. He doubted the film's financial prospects, but it proved a commercial success. Reviews for the film were also positive. Roger Ebert praised it for its ability to absorb the viewer in its spycraft and Damon's ability to be focused and sincere. For his role, Entertainment Weekly named Damon among the decade's best mixer of brawn and brains. Damon is a supporter of the Democratic Party and has made several critical attacks on Republican Party figures. However, he also expressed disappointment over the policies of President Barack Obama. He had a working relationship with the Obama administration, primarily due to his friendship with Jason Furman, his former Harvard roommate who became chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors to Obama.